Well, hello, farming friends. Welcome back to another edition of Farming Simulator 2015 with me, your old buddy, Mistermoose. Hey, we're back on Manchester, and thanks again to everybody who showed up last night for the Sosnovka live stream. Had a good time. We did a couple hours of Sosnovka, and then we went over to Rockwood, did a little bit of forestry for those who've been asking for forestry. So if you haven't checked out the live stream archive of that, please do. We did a little planting and a little cultivating, a little bit of planting on Sosnovka, and then we moved over and did a little forestry work over on Rockwood. So anyways, thanks to everybody who came out. Hope you enjoyed the live stream. So much to do on our farm here at Manchester. If you watched the live stream from Monday, you'll know that we finally got everything taken care of, and we're able to get fast tracked in and get rid of the grass that was here on this farm, so that now we have a nice dirt surface to work with. And so today we're going to continue to develop this area, and we'll start off by getting all the oranges out of our greenhouse. And then we're going to sell this reefer trailer and pick up a new one that is capable of hauling lettuce, because this is an older version that will not. And I didn't really think everything completely through. So we'll take it, run it on down to the grocery store with a load of oranges, and then we will then we'll come back and with a lettuce trailer. So pull up here, go ahead and get our oranges unloaded. You can hit this thing either way to load them in. I'm doing off the front of it because it's a little bit simpler. So speaking of the live stream, I did want to explain something today in the video, just so there's no confusion and everybody understands what's going on with the live streams. You may notice with last night's live stream, as well as Monday's, they start off with about 3 minutes of a slate at the beginning that just basically says the stream's going to start, and then there's a countdown timer that will count down until the beginning of the stream. So what I'm trying to do now is, with the streams, I want that to start about 5 minutes ahead of the actual broadcast, so that people get their little YouTube notifications, know that the stream is up and running, so they can go ahead and join in and say their hellos and get settled in for the broadcast. And that way nobody misses the first couple of minutes or whatever that actually want to be there for the whole thing. So that's the reason I'm starting it about 5 minutes early. I put the countdown timer on there, one, so people would know when the stream starts, and two, so that if you're watching on the archive, you can look at the countdown timer, and when you start it and you see that there's 5 minutes to go, you can go ahead and fast forward 5 minutes on the video, and you can start right where I actually join in and begin the broadcast. So that is up there, and there's probably people thinking, well, why don't you just edit that part out? Unfortunately, the way YouTube does their transference of the stream to the archive, there's really not a way for me to effectively trim that part off. Basically, the way it is when I click start streaming, YouTube immediately begins recording. So if I put the stream up for let's say 5 minutes early, there's that 5 minutes of it is all recorded, and there's nothing I can really do about that. So then as soon as I hit stop recording, YouTube then, after about 2-3 minutes, goes into rendering it, renders it and places it in my archive for me, and it's done. Now, I do have some options where I can go in and edit that video and trim it down, but unfortunately, when you trim something with their editor, it then has to re-render the entire video. That can take, on a 2 to 3 hour video, that can take some time. I did a small edit the other day on a video that was a couple hours long, and it took nearly forever to get that video uploaded. So rather than go through that, I'm just going to let it go up as is, and there will be that little bit of a trigger or a little bit of a head on there of about 5 minutes. I hope everybody understands. And again, you'll see the timer up there, so you'll be able to just fast track on forward and pick up where the action actually begins. So most of you guys are smart enough to realize that, but I do have some people who will send me notes that say, "Hey, did you know there's like 5 minutes of video on there with no commentary? Is your mic not on? Did I miss something?" And it's just funny to me. Alright, so let's back up here so we can see what we're doing. We're gonna go ahead and offload our oranges real quick here and take care of them. Now, one thing I need to go take care of today as well, since we're gonna go ahead and pick up our lettuce and put it in. I do not have a lettuce trigger yet on here. This the VKT trigger that I have that came from Peter over at what is the name of his group over there? Drawing a blank. Anyways, his mod at T2K modding, it does not accept lettuce. I could probably go in there and edit it too, but at this time it doesn't accept lettuce. So I'm gonna have to put a different lettuce cell point down. So I went back and grabbed the Maru one, which is the placeable wool palette cell point, and we're going to use that. So we'll grab this guy here. Well, I have two options. I can grab it, or I can grab the grocery store cell point. Either one would work. This one's actually free, and we could use it. And that would give us a way to do lettuce and everything. If only I could get rid of the cell point that I have right now easily, other than going in and edit it. I'll tell you what, for now, I'm going to place the Maru one. And if I have to, I'll come back and place the other one. So I'm just going to take the Maru trigger, rotate it around 90 degrees so it's like so. And I'm just going to place it right next to this one. And that would give us another lane to pull in on. And that gives us a placeable cell point now for the lettuce. So all we have to do, we could do wool here, we could do lettuce, we could do lumber here, all of that. But I wanted to have a place where I could do lettuce. So that's what that is all about. So that gives us that taken care of. Alright, so we can exit out of here now that that is there. And we'll just be able to pull over that and dump our lettuce out when we get it. Hopefully that all works. And we will head on over here to the shop and we'll sell off this trailer. So another thing that came out of the live stream the other day, and someone commented on the page and gave me the what for about, was when I was doing the live stream on Sosnovka day one, I sold off the harvester, the combine that we had, to buy other equipment, and I did it straight from the farm, and boy, I caught grief for that. It's not that I don't know that hauling equipment back to the dealer to sell it gives you a higher value on it. I know that. It's a convenience issue to sell it from the farm. And there are some times when I'm recording videos that I don't necessarily do things the most economical way or whatever, or I don't necessarily do everything the way I probably should do things. You know, I probably should always bring the equipment to the shop to sell it. And I probably used to do that all the time. But there are times when I'm recording that I just don't necessarily think about things like that. Or it's something where I weigh the balance of it. Yeah, I can make a little bit more money by bringing something over to the farm, but at the same time, do I want to spend that much time doing it when I'm trying to get as much done in an hour video or in an hour, 2 hour broadcast or whatever? I'm trying to get as much done as possible, so I don't necessarily think about, driving something to the store or whatever, you know. And at the same time too, I will say this: um, doing videos is different than playing the game. You're thinking about, always trying to think about what you're going to talk about, what you're going to, to keep it entertaining and to keep it informative and everything else like that. And you're not always thinking about the gameplay necessarily. And I make stupid mistakes. I know I do. Just like the other day with the combine and sitting there hitting the dump button on it to disconnect the combine head from the truck from the combine itself. I've probably run into that issue so many times with the case ones, where I always forget that I have to select the combine head, and then after a few minutes I realize it, and I get it undone. And that's the case the other day. To me, it's the stupidest thing in the world that you can pull a trailer with a tractor and just hit the G key or hit your Q key at any time, as long as you're not on a trigger, and it disconnects. But if you put that combine head on there, you got to select it to disconnect it. So yeah, it's one of those things. But anyways, yeah, I make mistakes, and it's most of the time it's not that I don't know it. It's I just don't think about it when I'm doing a lot of this stuff. All right, so we are going to pick up a new tipper, and the one I'm going to pick up it's the same brand. It's the Schmidt's Cargo Bull. This is the one we had, only it didn't do lettuce. The new one does. These 2 units here will do lettuce. This is more of a standard. Now this one will do grasses, hay. Wait a minute, I gotta actually select them so I can see. This one will just do your basic grass, basic fruits for you. It'll do lime and chalk and a few other things. But these will actually do all your NPK stuff, as well as your basic fruits, which is good. It will also do your potatoes and sugar beets. So that's nice. We are going to put this thing to use today. So we are going to, you can get the open sided one, which I guess has the flappy sides, the canvas sides that are removable or whatever, or roll ups. I don't know exactly how it is. Or you can get a reefer version. Since we are doing produce, I'm going to go ahead and grab a reefer version, and we'll spend the $52,000 for it, which is actually cheaper than the one that we had before. So we'll grab this, and we will have that. I did pick up a couple of other mods today. Just looking around for mods, spending a little bit of time. I found this guy here, this little Amazon mower. It caught my eye, so I grabbed it. It's just a little 0 turn radius mower. It's a lot like an XL or a Dixie chopper, and I thought I would grab that just to, for humor, to do around the farm or something. I'll probably get it one day and do a little episode where I mow grass around the farm and clean up the homestead or something. So I found that cute. I did go ahead and pick up the plow that somebody had told me about, a Lemken offset cultivator plow. I picked it up today as well. I picked up a front side cultivator, and I picked up a cotton picker. There's a John Deere cotton combine that was on all the mod sites today, and I have not taken the time to load it in and give it a look-see, but in the interest of having a cotton combine for the future, when let's say they add cotton to Manchester, which I do believe is coming, which I know the version that he's playing right now has it in there. So in the interest of having one in case that happened, I went ahead and picked that up today, and I don't really have a field to test it out on, but I will probably load it up in the next day or two and take a look at it and see if it's something that I actually want to use. Alright, so we will head back to the farm and see what's going on there. I did pick up, though, that front side cultivator is something that I was really interested in. The two pieces that I got today, the front side cultivator and the offset cultivator with plow. Not something I'm going to use on this map because I like to keep my plowing and my cultivating separated so I can do like fertilizing in between. So like I can plow lime in and then I can come back and cultivate fertilizer in. But I think it would come in handy later down the road on like Sosnovka. Since there is no soul mod on it, I can plow and cultivate at the same time. Or the other option is with the front side cultivator, I can plow, spray my fertilizer, and then I can come back and put a front side cultivator on and cultivate the field and seed the field at the exact same time. That really comes in handy if you're using like a corn planter that doesn't have a cultivator built onto it. You can cultivate and seed at the exact same time. So having a front side cultivator I thought would be neat to have, because you will see that in the real world quite often, and so I thought, well, I'll go ahead and grab one. Alright, so we're going to head in here, head back to our other warehouse where we had some lettuce stored earlier, and we are going to grab that out and then we'll take it to the market and sell it. I might as well go ahead and get the other lettuce put in there as well real quick. I had set it off to the side because I didn't want to lose it, but since I do have a trailer now that I can get rid of it with, I'll go ahead and grab it real quick and throw that in there, and then we can load all the lettuce into the trailer, and we'll haul that off and sell it, get a little bit of money from that, and then we will get rid of this greenhouse and start our whole new plan for the future. Our greenhouse is out of seed, so that's something that we're going to have to get it all set up and going. So there's quite a bit of work we have to do here on this little bit of farm. We did go ahead, if you haven't seen the live feed from Monday, I did go ahead and put in the oops, not as low as I thought it was. I did go ahead and put in the manure bin, so that now I can have an area to muck out my manure from the cattle pen. So that is in place. So we got to muck out the manure here soon, and that's going to come in handy with the things that we are going to put in today, and I'll be showing you that real quick here, because as soon as we get this last bit of lettuce in, we're going to start to put the final pieces into place, and you'll see exactly what I got planned for this area. So oops, man, I suck at this working the pallets, don't I? There we go. Alright, so we'll go ahead and back up a little bit. Put this last little bit of lettuce in here. Bada bing, bada boom. That is done. And we'll just back on over here out of the way. And park this bad boy. Alright, put our forks all the way down. Shut that off, because we don't need it for a little bit. Alright, so now we can go grab our truck, pull over here, load up, and get the lettuce out of this thing. Alright, so that's going to load up and get all the lettuce out. And while that's doing, well, I'll let it go ahead and load out, because I want to move the truck before I start placing things. So we're going to put in 3 greenhouses. And, we're going to put in 2 greenhouses, move the warehouses, and then I'm going to put one more mod in that we'll be using. And I think that'll be about it for now. I had toyed with using the Rosenthaler lettuce attachment or lettuce mod, which basically is like a little dock that you can put right behind the lettuce greenhouse, and you can just put the lettuce onto it. But you know, I just figured I would go ahead and add warehouses in for everything and store everything in a warehouse. The dock holds like 50,000 lettuce, and that's a bit much for what we're going to be doing. So I think we'll just go ahead and stick with what I've got planned, and we'll just use the warehouses. So, alright, let's go into the garage and sell off some warehouses real quick so that they're no longer in here. So we got to clear out this one, which I believe is that one. There we go. And then we got to get rid of that one, which is right here. Come on. Sorry about that. Alright, so now we've got all this space to work with. We'll go into the store and we'll go to mods, placeables, and we're going to start by putting our warehouses in. And alright, so we need a lettuce warehouse, an orange warehouse, and a tomato warehouse. So that's everything that we've got to have. So alright, so lettuce, oranges, and tomatoes. So I think what we'll do is put the oranges one in first. Which one is that? Oh, that one's over here. Alright, so I'm going to put the orange one in. Oh man, accidentally put one in over there. I get a little trigger happy with my finger, and or double click happy. There we go, that's pretty straight. And we'll line that up here, giving ourselves a little room on each side to be able to pull down. That looks good. So I'll place that one there. And we will then grab ourselves, this is for tomatoes, pears, cucumbers. So we'll grab it, rotate that around. And that's about as good as it's going to get. I'm not going to try to get them perfect. And leave a little bit of space there in between the two of them. Pop that one there. And then the last one I'm going to put in is the lettuce one. And it will go right over here. And again, leaving a little bit of space in between them. And that looks about right. There we go. Alright, so the next thing I want to put in is I've got this Rosenthaler fertilizer and seed mod. What this does is you put a little bit of manure in it, and you put some, I believe it's either wheat seed or barley seed, and it makes seed and fertilizer for you. So we're going to get one of these. and put it in. It'll help offset some of our expenses here on the farm. And I think I want to put this over here, and what I'll do is just rotate it around a little bit. Set it over real close over here, almost up against that fence. Right about there will work for me. That'll work. And then we're going to put in a couple of little strawberry greenhouses for now. So we'll grab these. These are going to go right over in here. Rotate around so the fertilizer's on the back side of them. Put one there. Give yourself a little bit of space in between them to maneuver, because you do have to, bring manure over and get all that taken care of. So I'll put this one right about that. Looks good to me. I've still got room if I wanted to. Eventually I could come put one more down here, but for now I'm gonna leave that optional. For the future I could come in and put it in maybe like that, and I wouldn't have a hard time getting to the manure or anything. So, but for right now I'm just gonna leave it as it is, and we'll go with what we've got. I wouldn't mind having, ooh, look, great demand at the Green Giant factory for sugar beets. Guess who's got a load of sugar beets? That's right, this guy does. Oh yeah, we're gonna be making some money on some sugar beets here in just a minute. Alright, so that's everything that I've got so far that we want to put in. So now we got our greenhouse, our storage barns back here, our little warehouses. Then we've got our greenhouse set up, our lettuce, some strawberries. We'll be able to use all the manure out of here at both the strawberry facility as well as the we'll be able to use it on the greenhouses, as well as on the seed unit. And then we'll have lots of storage, and everything should be pretty good. So let's go sell off this lettuce and take advantage of that high demand on sugar beets. And we'll see if we can use this trailer to do sugar beets. I'm not exactly sure how this trailer will work with sugar beets since it's a fully enclosed trailer, but we'll see. Beep beep, coming through. Yeah, you guys are slow. Anyways, so that's gonna get us started. The seed mod was something I've been thinking about using. I have a confession is I've never used it, but I know a lot of people who have used it. It was something I've been thinking about using for a while, especially as much manure as we have on this farm, and it really cuts down on expenses with the soul mod, having to do all the spraying and everything. So that should help out quite a bit with some things. So we'll see how that goes. Like I said, I know a lot of people who have used them in the past. Castaway Dave uses it on his farm. Ian uses it on his, or he uses a version of one. Not sure if that's the one he uses, but it's something I've been wanting to mess around with, and go that route. It's something I avoided using for a long time, but I thought I would go ahead and try it out now. Alright, so we're going to pull in here, and hopefully this lettuce trigger is going to work for us. I'm not so sure though, because it did not, because it is not a trigger, and apparently this trailer needs a trigger point. I can try one more thing on this. This does have a ramp. that comes out the back of it. Let's turn on this and detach trailer sounds. Cargo bull empty, button 1. Nope, that's not it. Button 1. Button 1. Oh, there we go. So the XX, which is my trigger on my that I use, that's what I use to unload it. Nice. So I am able to use that trigger point. Rock on! Alright, so that is taken care of then. So I need to put the ramps back up. We sold off some lettuce. And we're good to go. So we'll head over and grab our sugar beets. See if we can get sugar beets into this bad boy. And take advantage of that big time high demand for sugar beets that we have. Got no idea how to load this thing for sugar beets. I'm assuming I just drive underneath the conveyor belt and it will do that. But we may have to extend the ramps and do some sort of button to load it. We'll see. That's where we're headed. It'll be fun pulling this big behemoth back in there where the conveyor belts are. I gotta look real quick and see which one is to the front. Is it sugar beets or the potatoes? Hopefully it's the sugar beets, so I don't have to worry about avoiding the conveyor belt for the potatoes. Oh, let's just look real quick, and that'll determine which direction we go in. I believe the sugar beets are in the front, the potatoes are in the back. But just to verify that, let's get out, inspect. That's beets. That's potato. Alright. Alright, let's head into the back then and see what we do here. This could go oh so wrong because I don't know what I'm doing here. Alright. Head back into the back. And if this works like any other trailer, I just need to pull underneath this conveyor and miraculously the beets will start coming into the back of it, but they're not. Let's see how this is going to work. Oh, there they go. Okay, so the realism effect on this is a little off with the beets loading in through the top of it, but 32,000 beets are loaded in and we can head on out of here and head to the Green Giant facility, which is, where is that one at on the map? That is all the way down by the freight yard. Of course it is. Alright, so let's head on down there and sell off some sugar beets and make us some moolah since we just spent a ton. I never did delete that other warehouse. I need to do that. I gotta remember to get rid of that. Oh, we're all out of units at the vegetable kiosk. We're gonna have to go take care of that. Get it loaded up. All right. So we'll head over here, sell off our sugar beets, and get that done. Hey, so we're headed over here towards the slurry pit, and somebody said something to me in comments about Am I using some sort of placeable trigger point for the slurry cell? No, it's part of the map. He's got that built in as a slurry cell point. The only trick to it is you have to have a tippable trailer to use on that cell point. If you don't, you're not going to be able to sell your slurry there. So the in-game stock Garnet trailer will not work there. So you are going to have to go get a modded version like the Coat Universal ones that I have. That was I drove around there for probably an hour trying to figure out why that trigger point wouldn't work, and it turns out that was the problem. Was the actual let me in. Thank you. Alright, where is the sell point? I believe it is around back. So we'll pull on in here. That truck is there. Right. I see the Sugar Beets there, so I guess I just gotta back into that to load into them. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Is that where the trigger is? Just looking. No, I don't see a trigger there. I see a trigger there. I don't see a trigger here. Let's look at the map. It shows it back here in the back. Oh, is it over there? Maybe this is it. Let's look. Yep, that's it. Oh, dark shit. There we go. Alright, everything is unloading out. There is no animation for the unloading of this. Well, you see the boxes in there unloaded. Yeah, we'll show that again on the next trip through. We'll do that. You know, I didn't notice whether my numbers went up or not. Boy, this is a bit of driving fun to get around. Not sure they meant for big rigs to come in here. Alright. Let's head back and get another load, and then we'll head back over here and dump it off. I didn't pay attention to my numbers to see if they went up. I had to watch closely here this next time. I'll tell you what, you get a ton of sugar beets and a ton of potatoes when you harvest, but when you sell them, it just doesn't seem like you make a ton of money on them. They just don't seem like they were as profitable. I remember when I first got the game, I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting to potatoes and sugar beets as quick as I can because they got the highest yield. I'll make the most money on them. Boy, was I sorely disappointed. So anyways, head back to the farm here, pick up another load, and we'll get back over to the beef and cattle area. That little beef and cattle area, man, I've been trying to get it updated for so long. It just seems like it's just taking forever to get it set up. Just something like, who knew I was going to get a sugar beet high demand? I got to take care of that, and take advantage of it. I'd rather be over there shoveling manure into that, into all that and getting everything set up. So we'll do a couple more loads of this. Take advantage of our little high demand here. Make a little bit of money. Alright, pull up underneath this guy till we see it starting to fill up. Apparently we missed it. Nope, we're just at it. No, I missed it. I'm not in deep enough. Tried to do it in first person and failed. Come on. Fill her up. Alright, what's going on? Why is it not filling up this time? I know I got sugar beets. Right? Don't I still have sugar beets? Let's look at the big map here. Make sure I got some more. Yeah, I got 86,000 liters. Why is it not filling up? Is there something I gotta switch? I need to fill it first. No kidding, I need to fill it first. You need to fill up. Alright, let's try the ramp out thing. See if this is a finicky little trailer. Not sure why it hasn't loaded. I'm in the box. Fill up, fill up, fill up. Come on, don't fill up with potatoes. Well, this is odd. Odd. Alright, we'll try this one more time. And then we're going to give up on it and switch over to a different... There we go. Don't know what's up with it. It's sort of finicky on that. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Might have just not hit the trigger exactly right. Alright, so another 32,000 ones of those as I run over the gate. Oh, gotta hit that button again. Alright, and off we go back over to the Green Giant facility. Ho ho ho. Yeah, I know. I'm a commercialized person. So off we run. Alright, make our turn. Head over. So yeah, the live stream tomorrow night. I'm recording this on Thursday evening. It'll get up late Thursday evening. There'll be a live stream again on Friday night. It will be more of Sosnovka. The live stream plans right now are always going to be Sosnovka on Wednesdays and Fridays. And that's going to be the time that I spend on that map. That's going to be what I devote to that. And then we'll do Manchester the rest of the time. And maybe a little Rockwood on the weekends. Saturday nights is open game night. I can play whatever I want to on those nights. Might be Euro Truck. It may be something else. I'm open to suggestions from you guys of some of the games that I play. It might be a round robin thing. It might be we play an hour of one game, we play a couple of hours of another game or something like that. Eventually though, I do want to get to where I'm streaming on a more consistent basis. Ultimately, what I would love to do is stream daily for you guys. Maybe do a stream um, every day. And that's something I'm working on. And it's to see if the streams will catch on and generate the interest that it would take to do a daily stream. Like 5 hours a day or something like that. In all honesty, the streaming is a much more convenient way for people like myself, Recon, to record, because it cuts out a lot of the rendering time that we have to do when we record our videos the old way. So let's pull down here so we can watch this animation. I'm going to actually zoom in a little bit, and we can watch this truck unload. So we'll hit the unload button. The doors are going to unlock, and these are palletized, so all the pallets are going to pop on out. Boom, we're unloaded. Though I really don't like bringing sugar beets to the processor here in an enclosed truck. It'd be different if we were taking them to like a loading dock of some sort, but being in bulk the way they are, I'd actually rather bring these over in our other trailer. So I think what we'll do is we'll take this back to the farm, drop it off, and we'll grab the other trailer for the next load. Because the other trailer is definitely not as finicky as this one is as far as loading. And then eventually we'll run this one over to the other farm and drop it off there. This pretty much is going to end up being our vegetable trailer. And it's specifically going to be to take the lettuce, tomatoes, oranges, strawberries to market, and then we can use our other trailer for the different cereals and things around the farm. Oh yeah, blow your doors off, buddy. Alright, man, I want to downshift so bad on this. And come around the corners, reshift gears. It'll be interesting to see now that Farm Sim has a wheel out and they have wheel support, what they will do in FS17 now, and see if they'll incorporate some more features into the game. It'll be curious to see if they do that. The one thing I really hope they do with FS17 is incorporate Oculus and Track IR into the game. Not so much Oculus I could care less about, but if you're going to do one, you might as well do both of them. Because there are a lot of people who are getting into the whole Oculus thing, but admittedly I could care less about Oculus because it's not something I've spent money on right now. But the Track IR part of it, I absolutely would love to see them implement Track IR support for it, because I really enjoyed it and it added a lot to the game, and I really did like it. And I miss it. But as I've discussed with you guys, the reason I don't have it in is because you did have to run in Windows in safe mode, so that you could basically run the mod that was needed to do the two. Now I need to look, because I think there's another way you can do it without actually having to use that piece of software. Some other people have done it other ways, and I really haven't looked into the other methods. But the method that works with Upside Down's mod does basically require that you, run in safe mode, and I just didn't. It didn't work with other games because other games won't run with Windows in safe mode, and I didn't feel like changing it back and forth every time. Though I really do miss having Track IR, but I'm not going to sit there and switch back and forth just so I have it each and every time. So that's the reason I'm not running it right now. It'd be nice to see Giants actually implement that into their next version of the game, and hopefully Cattle and Crops will do the same thing when they put their game out. So such a buzz right now with the whole Cattle and Crops, as well as news from Farm Sim with AGCO. I would think that there's a lot of information about Farm Sim coming out right now. Like, they're already touting their spring DLC. 5 months early? I mean, they're probably not going to put that DLC out until March, which I think is quite a long ways between DLCs. I think they ought to go ahead and get a DLC out. I guess, well, they just put gold out, so I guess they consider that a DLC, but 5 months away, they're already touting it, and I think that's due to the fact that Cattle and Crops has started to get a buzz going, and they're already talking about their DLC. They're already talking about the deal they did with AGCO. Probably, I wouldn't be surprised if the whole deal with AGCO is spurred on by Cattle and Crops, by Giants trying to go ahead and lock down some brands for their games so that they can't be in other games. It would not surprise me one little bit. Which is curious. One thing I find curious, the little video that's up about Cattle and Crops right now, it's nothing is official. Nothing has been said officially as to like what content is going to be in the game. While some people speculate that, and in the video the guy speculates, he doesn't actually say that Class, John Deere, and Fent will be available within the program. If Giants has locked down AGCO, I don't really see Fent being a part of Cattle and Crops. Let's watch all the goodies come out of here. Pour out. Doesn't rightly work correctly here, but that's alright. There needs to be a grate right there and then everything funnels into the little sugar beet facility, but it's alright. So we're getting up there, $676,000 right now. So we've made a little over $100,000 with our sugar beets, and we have many more to bring over. Man, if I had if I had 2 more trucks and a couple more trailers, I could use Follow Me, and I could have a whole fleet come over here full of sugar beets. That would be funny. Alrighty. I guess I could automate this, but I don't have enough loads to really justify that. What I can do is I can go ahead and I could go ahead and stop doing this right now. We can go mess around with something else. Though, in honest confession, I forgot to check what time it was when I started recording, so I might be in a situation where I'm probably getting close to the time limit. on this video. I can actually look though now without losing the thing. I might do that. I might look real quick and see where I'm at time limit on this, because you know I don't want to get over an hour on this video. So what I might do is if I'm close to an hour on the video, what I may do is just go ahead and run the rest of these sugar beets myself and get that taken care of and sold off. But I may go ahead and call the video, and so you guys don't have to sit and watch me do truckload after truckload after truckload over to the Green Giant facility. Of course, I should have washed my trailer before I started hauling sugar beets over there, because you know it does look rough. I think you'd want to bring your sugar beets in a little cleaner trailer. It's nasty from all of that corn silage we just did. Tell you what, I'm gonna look real quick. Yeah, we're right at an hour on this video, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it, and we'll go ahead and pick this up again on our next video. But I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch today, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you go ahead and like the channel, like the video. Appreciate that. Lets me know you're enjoying the content. And as well as, if you haven't subscribed already, please do. I do a new, or try to do something new each and every day, and that way you've got something to check out. You'll get an update when the videos post, as well as when we do the live streams. So yeah, so please do subscribe. Thanks to everybody who has subscribed this week. It's great to have you along. Hope you'll join us for a live stream Friday night. The live stream schedule for now is Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time here in the States. Now, that is possible for me to do some early afternoon. I did get some folks messaging me saying something about they'd like to participate in a live stream. However, when I live stream, it is in the middle of the night for them, and they really can't stay up and participate, but they would love to. There is a possibility that maybe like on a Saturday or a Sunday afternoon, I might start a morning stream like 10 o'clock in the morning my time, and do an early morning live stream. But again, that'll be something that make sure you're subscribed to Twitter, and that way you can you'll get a tweet, or follow my Facebook page. I'm trying to keep everything updated. I'm doing better with the tweets than I am with keeping Facebook on that. It's just I got so much going on when getting ready to get a live stream on. There's so many little hoops I got to jump through as far as getting everything set up with all the controllers and everything else like that, and getting all the graphics situated and straightened out. And man, I'm just making more and more work for myself every day when I do this stuff. But it's fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy interacting with you guys on the live stream. So yeah. So, but if you're at least if you're following Twitter, you'll get a little notification. Usually about an hour ahead of time, I try to tweet something out that just says, hey, I'm going to be live streaming here in the next little bit, 7 p.m. tonight, join me, and that way I can let everybody know. And then if I think about it, if I'm not rushed for time, I usually jump over onto Facebook and put something on there. So but anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Again, I hope you enjoyed it. I will be back tomorrow, and we'll do another video. I will probably do I'll probably do another Fallout 4 video tonight, get that up, where I actually go out and do some missions, and then probably get a Manchester video up for tomorrow, and then we'll do the live stream tomorrow night. and we'll go forth with that. The next Manchester video will most likely be us doing the manure and getting everything set up over on the beef and cattle farm. Thanks again for watching. Have a great night. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next video, everybody. Bye-bye.